Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me in introducing the visiting Tigers of Queensborough Community College. Number 14, Naomi Burke. Number 35, Tiana Freeman. Number 11, Sophia McNeil. Number 33, Melissa Server. And number 20, Anaïs Ward.
This is QCC alum David Russell along with Joe Massey. Queensborough about to take on Bronx Community College in the Region 15 quarterfinals. These teams are 3 wins away from going to nationals, and Queensborough lost twice to the Lady Broncos this year. They're hoping the third time is the charm.
And it would be nice, Dave, if the Queensborough Tigers can right the tough ending to the regular season when they lost that game at home to the borough of Manhattan, and they could have made the CUNY tournament. It would be a nice win to pick up here and give themselves something to shoot for next time out.
Starting 5 for David Chambers' Queensborough team: Saudia McNeil, Naomi Birch, Anaya Sword, Melissa Sobers, Tiana Freeman. Starting 5 for Pete Cepeda's Broncos: Barbara Castro, Julia Hahn, Shakia Artest, Angel Mbamalu, and Thela Rodriguez. Opening tip won by Bronx. Bronx in the white jerseys, Queensborough in the dark jerseys. That shot is no good, tipped out, and Bronx will have a second chance. Looking for the first points of the game. Good ball movement. Rodriguez, another shot is no good. Another offensive rebound, and that basket is good. It's Artest, 2-0 Broncos, and a press.
You said they lost twice to the Broncos during the regular season. The second time, they just wore down in the second half. You remember they did play good for part of that game.
Really, both times. And traveling is called. Queensborough has trouble against the Bronx. They lost 68-40, and that was a close game. It was only a 9-point game after 3, and they got outscored 23-4 in the fourth. And then they met again in January, lost 49-36. Another tough fourth quarter. They were outscored 18-6. They just get worn out against the Broncos.
And if you take it back to last season, they dropped that game of the CUNY tournament to Bronx, so they've gone 0-3 in their last 3 against them. I don't remember how they did during the regular season last year.
And they lost both last year, so it's been 5 in a row.
Right.
As Ward touched it last. Little over a minute in, Broncos lead 2-0.
So 5 in a row, they're trying to snap that skid against the Bronx team.
And the 2 games this year, Queensborough didn't even shoot 20%. Counted and the foul. Mbamalu. Queensborough falling asleep on the inbound defense.
Yeah, she had too great a position in there, and you're not going to stop her when she gets the ball down on the low blocks like that.
She's one of the bigger players. It's not like she snuck in unnoticed. Trying to finish the conventional 3-point play.
A tough start for the Tigers here.
It's 5-0. There's Birch. The jumper is no good. Ward with the offensive rebound. And now Ward will take a long jumper, and it's no good. Freeman decides to reset. Have 20 on the shot clock. Freeman going inside the basket, and they're going to get Artest for the foul.
Freeman kept taking it to the bucket, finally got cut off, but continued in and drew the foul there.
Bronx coming off a loss in the CUNY title game to LaGuardia. They never led. Lost by 11. Freeman with the first point. Although before that CUNY title game loss, the Broncos won 5 in a row. Queensborough hasn't played in 2 weeks.
And Queensborough played very well against LaGuardia on their home court in that game a month back, or a little more than a month.
5-2 Broncos. Castro back outside. They go inside. Artest keeps it in. Still 10 on the shot clock. Castro outside, a three-pointer is no good, but they'll get a second chance off the long rebound. Castro takes a 3, and it's no good, and it hit one of the wires above the backboard.
It'll be Queensborough ball. I'm convinced, Dave, sometimes it's the way you match up with certain teams, and congratulations to BMCC. They gave a big tussle in the final, the men's squad, when they finally got to the final there.
LaGuardia women and men both won CUNY, and there's a turnover from McNeil. I think the first one to 50 wins this game.
You think there's an advantage? You were there at the game. You think there's an advantage when you play on your home court like that, in a game like that?
Doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Although LaGuardia still beat them, so I guess not, right?
Yeah.
There's a tie-up. And the ball will go to Queensborough.
Well, it didn't look like the Lady Tigers had much against BMCC in their last game, but it just fell apart in the second half in that game.
Yeah, well, it was the second quarter, too, that 22-2 quarter. And then a tough fourth quarter. Birch jumper, no good. Birch doesn't want this to be her last game as a Lady Tiger. Freeman. High pass is almost picked off. Need to throw it with more authority than that.
That's a very dangerous pass. You're asking for it to be picked off there. Lucky it wasn't.
Lollipop pass. Birch back out to Freeman. Thought about the three going inside, and Freeman is called for traveling.
Not much going well for Queensborough early in the game here. They have to settle themselves.
Pass is too high for Mbamalu. We'll have turnovers when these teams meet. Queensborough had 62 turnovers in the 2 games against the Broncos. Not going to win too many games when you turn it over 30 times. Ward with the basket, and it's 5-4.
Nice veteran move by Ward there, cutting into the lane with the floater.
Ward doesn't want this to be her last game either. Hoping they can make it to the region semis at Monroe College on Saturday.
Well, you really have nothing to lose playing in this game.
Artest shot is too long. Freeman with the rebound. And nothing but white jerseys in front of her. The spin move, another spin move, goes outside to Ward. Tough jumper is blocked by Hahn. Bouncing ball, it goes to Freeman. Nice pass, but no good. And Ward chases it down. Kind of a helter-skelter pace here. And Freeman will take it back out.
All of a sudden, the Tigers look a little energized, though.
McNeil. Let's see what the call is.
McNeil got hit on the hand cutting across the lane.
So a little over 4 minutes into the first quarter. It's 5-4 Bronx.
The Bronx.
And Mbamalu got the hand on it.
This is the first time we've been in this arena.
Yeah.
And it's the first time I've done an away game with Queensborough. You did one last year where you traveled pretty far.
Once in a while I'll do a road game. Yeah, first time here for me also in this very dimly lit gym.
That it is.
Maybe the players can't see the basket, and that's why the scores are so low. As a blocking foul is called. Pete Cepeda not happy. Oh, I guess you're never happy when a call goes against you.
And he's saying she was just standing there, and it'll be thrown in from underneath.
McNeil throws into Ward. Queensborough looking for their first lead of the night.
Ooh.
And they say last touch by Bronx.
Ward looking very aggressive here in the early going. You like to see her play like that.
McNeil looking to throw in. Gets it to Ward. And then Ward throws it right to Hahn. Julia Hahn pulls up. The bounce pass behind Castro. And Queensborough back the other way. Freeman. Castro right up on her. Good job by Birch to come over and then gives it back to Freeman. Ward thought about the three, and then she's called for traveling.
A lot of mistakes.
We didn't promise a lot of points.
Well, one of the experts we spoke to earlier said whoever makes less mistakes will win the game.
And Bronx, one of the goals for them, finishing by the basket. They missed about 24 layups against LaGuardia. Missed so many point-blank shots in the first half, which put them far behind. They were down by 14 at halftime and could have been, 2 or 3. Castro, it's good. Nice touch from Barbara Castro. She leads the Bronx with about 13 points per game. 7-4.
Nice basket by Castro there.
Facing a little pressure up ahead to Ward. Ward back out to Freeman.
They're going to do a lot of pressing, Bronx, when they get the opportunity.
McNeil misses a three. Sobers gets it right underneath and misses. So Bronx looking to extend the lead. Castro for three. No good, and rebounded by Birch. Birch has been pretty quiet. We haven't called her name too much. Get everybody else involved early. And then
Queensborough needs to shoot the ball, and when they do that, David, they become a better team.
McNeil to Ward. Ward almost lost it. Now doubled in the corner. Bounces it to Hahn.
Second time she's done that. Made a very poor pass out from the low blocks.
And now an offensive foul against Mbamalu. Gonna be a moving screen. And David Chambers calls timeout. 3:33 to go in the first quarter. Bronx leads 7-4.
Good timeout by David. You know, somebody's got to start playing better basketball at a certain point.
Well, 2 points for Ward, 2 points for Freeman. That's it for the offense for the Lady Tigers.
And several bad passes, David. That second one Ward made, there had been a few from Freeman. They played very lackadaisical at times, and you don't want to play like that in this gym tonight because you won't come out with the win.
There's not a lot of off-the-ball movement, and there's also not a lot of ball movement in general. A lot of dribbling and standing around.
And then when Bronx makes a basket, of course, Cepeda's mark and his trademark is to go back and press right away, and they put a lot of pressure on you, so that is only going to create more turnovers. You have to be careful with the basketball here.
David Chambers got to tell him the ball doesn't stick. Just keep passing it. So under 3.5 to go in the first. McNeil to Sobers. Looking for somebody, has Freeman. Freeman going inside and has a shot contested. Artest got the hand in.
Yeah,
up ahead to Jolia Hahn. Castro lost it, but they say last touch by Ward.
There were a few people there, but Artest did get that shot with her reach. Kind of reached over and swiped it out of the air.
Castro throws in. Castro faked the jumper, now takes one and hits. Castro has 4. Bronx leads 9-4.
She missed that 3 before, but right on the money with that baseline jump right there. Castro.
Birch. Back to Freeman. Birch tried to go inside, but good defense. I think ahead of time she thought she would pass it to Sobers and didn't realize the defender had the position. That shot is no good and rebounded by Ward.
It's a good shot that Bronx got. Let's see what Queensborough can do down here. One of the problems Queensborough has is where do they go with their offense at times? Who takes charge?
And a bounce pass right to Hahn. That's about 3 steals for her already. And Hahn all the way and puts it in off glass. The passes have to be better than that. 11-4. Yeah.
Very poor pass again.
4 points in 8 minutes for Queensborough. Somebody needs to make a play here.
And they're going to try to bring Apple into the game shortly.
Ward misses at the basket, and then a little frustrated with herself. Hahn to Rodriguez. The jumper from the free throw line is no good. Rebounded by Birch. And then dribbles out. 1.5 minutes to play in the first. And Birch slows it up, gives it to Freeman. McNeil in the corner. Goes into the lane, throws up a wild one, and it's no good.
Offense has been stagnant for the Lady Tigers.
Artest puts it in. 13-4.
And every team they play, Dave, particularly down the stretch of the season, has a go-to girl they can go to, and maybe 2 of them.
Yeah.
And Queensborough's not had that luxury at times.
Tiffany Apple goes in for Queensborough. And what could be her last game also, one of the 3 returners from last year.
Now, she's played well at times, but she's had trouble with her footwork in low posts, so we'll see what she does as she comes on here. And there was a foul committed, and that will give a couple of opportunities here to Freeman.
But you have to make them. And which Tiffany Apple is Queensborough getting tonight?
Yeah. And Queensborough, by the way, has been let down by their free throw shooting as of late, too, which has not been that good. They really have to pick it up here, Dave.
Freeman splits the free throws. It's 13-5. Final minute of play in the first. Radoncic, look outside. Artest, the long floater, is no good. Chased down by Freeman. Gets through a crowd. Nice dribbling by Freeman. Taking it all the way, but then misses. Apple with the rebound. And a foul against the Broncos.
As she was trying to get the ball back out, she got held. Clipped a little bit. She'll go to the free throw line. But as you stated, you have to make these free throws, you know, especially when you're struggling as they are on the offensive end.
First one, no good.
Yeah, Apple will be out of here after this year too, right?
Mm-hmm. Apple misses both.
Oh, from what I understand, they're going to bring in a couple of real good gals here, though, and we'll see what kind of effect that has on the ball club.
That was almost a turnover, but Radoncic gets it back. Castro ends up with it. Hahn. Good ball movement. Hahn takes a three and misses badly. And then a putback was missed heading out of bounds, and Queensborough will get the ball with 10 seconds remaining. Had a chance for a putback right underneath.
Good break for the Queensborough ladies. That was all but 2 points right there, like you said. That ball should have been in the basket.
Long pass, Apple, outside to McNeil. 5 seconds left. Freeman, somebody has to put it up. The shot was hit by Artest.
By the time she got the shot up, Artest had already closed in on her, and with those long arms, she got a piece of the ball again.
So 13-5 after one.
That Artest is really a fluid athlete. She's a nice-looking athlete. Driving before, making a couple of blocks. The Bronx has definitely had the better of the play, Dave, and Queensborough has had really nothing so far in this ball game. So we'll see what they come up with in the second quarter.
Well, the last time Queensborough played was 2 weeks ago against BMCC, and they led 13-5 after one.
They might be a little flat right now.
That could happen. It was interesting to see how Bronx would respond. You know, when you lose a CUNY title game, there's kind of a sense of finality, but they've come out here pretty strong.
Yeah, but they had a game, or they had a couple of games, right? So they've been sharp.
Well, not since the CUNY title game lost, but they had won a few before that, though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They had a couple of more games than Queens had. So
yes.
Queensborough. So, you know, you've been sitting if you're Queensborough, and you come here tonight and you have to get it all revved up again. I thought they played well in the second half of the season. Not as well as maybe they should have, though.
That last loss to BMCC really hurt, because then we would be talking about a CUNY playoff appearance, and which usually you could hang your hat on, but not
I
this
thought
year.
that girl on BMCC brought them into the win column, and she's a good player. And Queensborough doesn't really have a scorer like that, so that was the difference in the ball game, maybe.
And BMCC gave LaGuardia a pretty tough matchup in the 1-4, and they actually played them again tonight in the 2-7 regional
they weren't
matchup.
a bad ball club from what we saw.
You look at the Region 15 matchup, this is 3 versus 6, with Queensborough being the 6.
They have that one girl who can score on her own. She's got the ability to make certain offensive moves, and that gives them a lot of maneuverability.
Tie up in the possession arrow. Well,
that's one thing Queensborough does not have, David. They don't have anybody capable of doing a lot of scoring on their own. They have
not
to
like
play
a
well.
Kanoy or
Yeah, they have to play well as a team.
Birch. We haven't seen really Birch take a three tonight. Marva Dudley Adams outside to Freeman. And everything is so far from the basket here. Passes tip, gets to McNeil. Here's Birch for three, and it rattles out, but Marva Dudley Adams chases it down. And Freeman will reset. Passes tip, gets to Birch. Dudley Adams going baseline.
Trying to get the ball to Apple. That ball was knocked out on the baseline, they're saying, and it'll be thrown in by Queensborough. Trying to get the ball to Apple. They've done well in certain spots this year with that.
Birch from downtown. Naomi Birch with the big three. It's 13-8.
See, when they do that, they're a different ball club. When they can shoot like that, they're a different ball club. Unfortunately, they haven't been able to do that enough this year.
Castro to Hahn. Artest in the corner. Good closeout. Castro, jumper, no good. But Artest with the rebound got the position against Apple.
Yeah, she made herself a nuisance in there. She does have those long arms, and if she gets in front of you, she can kind of reach and grab things, and that causing the foul right there.
Artest with about 12 rebounds per game. Apple has about 16 a game. So that matchup down low could be one of the key factors. Hahn directing traffic. Artest to Hahn to Castro. Nobody looks like they want to shoot. Artest going to the basket. Bounce pass. Now outside to Castro, who's all alone, but misses the shot. And then Freeman loses it out of bounds.
Yeah, she muffed the rebound there. She should have had it, or they were actually fighting each other for the rebound.
You play 20 seconds of good defense, and then the rebound bounces off your fingers. And there's Freeman with the steal, making amends. And careful with the ball. She didn't try to force a pass up ahead. That's almost turned over. McNeil, a high arcing three is no good, but chased down by Birch.
Once again, Queensborough scrambling in their half-court offense, not looking very smooth.
Birch, another three is no good, rebounded by Radoncic. And Castro up ahead to Hahn. Go inside. Bounce pass to Radoncic. Artest over Apple, it's no good. No pressure.
Have to take advantage right now, David.
Well, they're getting the stops.
Yeah.
Bronx hasn't scored in the first 3 minutes of the second quarter. Freeman to Birch. Birch another three. No good. Cold early tonight. I think 1 for 4 from downtown. There have only been 3 points in the first 3:15 of this quarter.
Both teams are playing very good defense, but neither one's scoring.
That three is long, rebounded by Radoncic. Her shot is no good. Tipped around, and Queensborough winds up with it. Still 13-8.
The shooting has been ice cold.
Go inside, Apple chases it down. Freeman. Nice pass inside. Marva Dudley Adams has a shot blocked.
And that was a long pass to Adams. I was surprised it got there. Adams making the move on the baseline, and she had it blocked right out of bounds.
Really tough defense both ways. McNeil looking to throw in. Dudley Adams for three. It's short. Freeman has her shot blocked and then chases it down. Got it to McNeil, and a foul called.
And McNeil cutting to the right, and a little bit of a block or a hold involved there, so it'll be Queensborough ball from underneath.
Well, it was 13-5 after one, and 4 minutes into the second, it's 13-8.
They are both ice cold, these teams. They're not hitting anything.
Surprised Queensborough's not going inside to Apple a little more, or at all.
They're playing zone right now, Dave, so it might be hard to get that ball in there.
Dudley Adams banks it in, and it's 13-10. And Queensborough has the last 6 points.
Getting the 8 of the glass on that one. Now you still have to play strong D right here. Come right back out on them.
Rodriguez. Artest, a long 2, is no good and rebounded by Apple. Bronx still scoreless over 4.5 minutes into the quarter. Freeman. Dudley Adams outside Birch to tie the game, no good. It's been cold from the outside.
You'd like to see her start shooting the ball better. She would be such an important weapon if she can get on with her shot.
Freeman with the steal, trying to go all the way and missing at the basket. But they say last touch by Rodriguez.
All right, Queensborough getting another opportunity here. Let's see how they run it.
Dudley Adams to tie the game. No good. Very cold from beyond the arc.
She got her last one off glass. That one just hit glass on that.
A little surprised how reliant they've been from the perimeter.
And try to go a little bit more inside, but
that shot is way off. Now loose ball picked up by the Bronx.
They got her a good shot, but that was well off from the foul line.
Versus the ball, Rodriguez makes a move. In the lane, the shot is no good. Apple with the rebound. 4 minutes to go in the second quarter, 13-10 Bronx.
You don't want to just throw up any shot here. Try to get a little closer, and they did go inside there, Dave, but it was smacked away.
And they say last touch by Birch.
Artest, that was one of the few times they tried to go inside, and Artest denied it, and then it went off Queensborough.
Bronx hasn't scored in about 6.5 or 7 minutes, and they still lead by 3. I don't know which one of those stats is more surprising. Hahn, go inside, had it tipped, and McNeil has it for Queensborough.
A lot of turnovers by both teams, not helping, and very poor shooting.
This is to tie the game, and McNeil misses a 3. Well, Queensborough's had their chances.
They just can't get one to go.
That Bronx zone is making them shoot from the outside, and Queensborough can't make them pay. Now the Broncos go inside. The move off glass, counted, and the foul.
Yeah, I was going to say, this looks like trouble right here. They set up the big girl inside, and she made the pivot right, then went back to the left and banked it off the glass. And they needed that basket. Like you said, they haven't had a field goal for quite a while.
Can't finish the conventional three-point play. We're already down to 3 minutes to go in the half. And it's 15-10. Birch for 3. And it's no good. Rodriguez the other way. Going in the lane over Birch, and the basket is good, and it's 17-10. Timeout Queensborough.
Couple of big baskets by Bronx. They had been held scoreless for a lot of that second quarter, but they busted out there 2 timely field goals, and suddenly they lead by 7 again. And good moves, good moves into the lane. They got an in-close shot. They got another in-close shot there. Queensborough's not getting any in-close shots, and their outside shots are not going. Not a good combination. But there's a lot of time in this game for them to put something together.
Just have to hang around. Make sure you're not coming from too far behind.
Boy, you'd like to see Birch hit one of those, or McNeil hit one, or their shooting has not been on again, and they've settled for the outside shot a lot, David.
And when they've tried to go inside, Bronx has gotten hands on the ball. They've made them, they've made Queensborough settle for the outside shot.
Well, sometimes you got to fake that a little bit and try to get the ball inside, surprise Bronx, but they have not had them off balance in any of those instances. Let's see what they come up with here, inbounding the ball.
2:42 left in the first half. Going to be important to finish strong. Even if you don't make it all up, you go into halftime down by 3 or 4.
Yeah, you give yourself a little momentum to work with. Anyway.
Birch, another 3, and it's no good. It's about 1 for 6 or 1 for 7, but there's Apple. McNeil along 2 is no good.
And now if you're Bronx, you want to use some of that clock. You don't want to come right up and deal a shot here.
First half for Queensborough where they couldn't throw the ball in the ocean if they were standing on the beach, and there's another basket for the Bronx.
They're really going to work on the inside now, Dave, over the last 3 trips.
Well, that's 6 points in a row. 19-10. I said first to 50 wins. They may not even get to that.
No, this could be a game in the 30s.
Freeman misses. Under 100 seconds to go in the first half.
Bronx has done a good job at regathering themselves over the past 2 minutes.
Loose ball, and we have a foul. See who that's against.
Birch going after it, involved in a collision with the Bronx player. They're going to call the Bronx foul on that.
Sharonda Payne called for the foul. Nice sportsmanship. She helped Birch up. 1:12 to go in the second.
No point of attack right now for Queensborough. Nothing really going smoothly.
Well, Bronx didn't score for the first 7 minutes of this quarter, and they actually extended their lead. Led by 8 after the first, lead by 9 now. Freeman reversing the ball. Birch to Dudley Adams, and it's no good. Air ball. Long pass up ahead. Artest had to go through her hands, but she got it back out to Hahn. Radoncic's jumper no good, but she gets her own rebound. Trying to take another shot and call for a double dribble.
Yeah, you can't do that. So a break for Queensborough. See if they can end this quarter out with a little momentum here. You know, you get within 7 or 6 and then work on it in the third quarter.
Clock wasn't running. Now it is. They could run the clock down, but they probably won't. Fires it inside. Dudley Adams puts it in, and it's 19-12.
Good look there. Oh, and then they commit a foul off the inbound. But it's not over the limit.
No.
So.
And 23 seconds still to go.
You like to see them go after the ball right now, though, and maybe create a quick turnover and try to take advantage.
Bronx can hold for the final shot. And there's a foul on McNeil.
They're still not over the limit. They had a few fouls to give.
Pete Zepeda's going to call a timeout to drop one final play to beat the buzzer.
And that's a good timeout because he has an opportunity here to set something up with just under 12 seconds on the clock. And there's enough time to set up a real good play here. So They've done much better going inside, Dave, over the last 3 minutes, and I presume he wants to make sure that they go right back to that area again with someone like Artest or Rodriguez, and they've done a good job in there.
Queensborough has to make sure not to fall asleep on one of the big girls right at the basket. That happens from time to time, and it happened in the first quarter.
Well, Queensborough has it at 7. They can live with that. If it would have gone to maybe 12, I think it would have been a little tougher coming into the third quarter. So right now you want to play as well as you can defensively and try not to commit a foul here.
It's been a pretty quick half, right? Not a lot of whistles, not a lot of free throws. 11 seconds. Go inside, outside. Hahn down to 6 seconds. Here's Rodriguez, a jumper, and she's fouled in the act of shooting.
You didn't want to commit a foul, and they did, and a tough one in the act of shooting. That's going to be a 2-shot foul.
And total bailout. Now, we don't know. Would it have been an air ball if she wasn't fouled?
That was the one thing you didn't want to happen, though,
no.
With those that amount of time on the clock. And she's a pretty good free throw shooter, but she doesn't make this one.
You put the jinx on. 3 seconds to go.
And I was happy to. I want to see a ball game in the third quarter.
Second one, no good. Loose ball, and that's how. There's still a second left. The clock wasn't running. McNeil.
Nope.
Well, that ends the first half. 19-12.
All in all, I'd say Queensborough made out well in the last 30 seconds there, 40 seconds. So see what they can do in quarter number 3. Right now, a little flat.
I'll give you some not-so-deep insight. If they want to win, they're going to need more than 12 points in a half.
Absolutely. A little flat. 12 points in 2 quarters of play. Not going to get it done.
Second half about to begin in this Region 15 quarterfinal. The question on everybody's mind, will either of these teams get to 40?
That is a good question, David. Will they?
Bronx leads 19-12 at halftime. Not after one quarter, at halftime.
Well, you have to put your collective minds together right now, find a way to get on that scoreboard. And I thought Bronx did a good job in the final couple of minutes of that second quarter of getting the ball inside. And that accounted for a little bit of an edge here that they take into the third quarter.
None of the players in this game have 5 points.
Isn't that something?
There really isn't that much foul trouble. Birch committed 2 for Queensborough. Castro and Mbamalu 2 apiece for the Bronx.
This is being played like a postseason game. Let's see what Queensborough can come up with in particular here. And you know, they haven't had much in the way of offense themselves at all.
5 in the first, 7 in the second. And now the refs will talk. So they want to make sure Queensborough does have the possession arrow.
Queensborough needs to assert themselves right away here. There's no doubt about it.
So they actually say it's Bronx ball. So 7-point lead for the Bronx. Castro thought about the 3, now going inside and dribbling back out. Artest in the lane, the shot is good.
They go right back inside again, Dave.
And Artest has 6 points, and traveling is called, and the shot clock went off, and who knows what's going on. I think the shot clock is off. So it's 21-12 with 9:21 to go in the third. We'll try to fix the shot clock.
if you see a crack, go right back to it, and that's what Bronx has been doing over the past 3 minutes of this ball game.
It's actually 9:30 left in the third.
And they get the ball back now.
And Bamalu, nice pass to Artest. 23-12.
That's their biggest lead of the game.
And that's not going to help.
In fact, I think 21-12 was their biggest lead of the game before that, so.
Now 23-12 is the biggest lead.
All right.
See if they go back to Artest. It's Castro, a jumper, no good.
Boy, she wanted to really stagger Queensborough there.
Pass was tipped, and Rodriguez bats it out.
Well, the Tigers are going to have to move that ball with more authority. They've just made too many lazy lob passes.
Bronx gave them a lot of trouble in both matchups this year. Well, not this much trouble as Ward misses. And that shot is blocked. Up ahead to Castro. And Castro lays it in. Queensborough may need a timeout. It's 25-12. Starting to get away. And that's a backcourt violation, and this is pretty awful.
Kind of like the wheels are starting to come off here in the early stages of the third quarter. They have to get it fixed up. First, you have to start by playing real tough defense right now.
And scoring more than 12 points in 22 minutes wouldn't hurt either. Castro, bounce pass. Hahn is called for traveling. It's right on that edge of Bronx pulling away.
All right, they did what they had to do defensively, but still very anemic offensively, very anemic.
Freeman double teamed and is called for traveling, and they give it back 2 seconds later. Trying to do a little too much, just pass back, trying to get through a few defenders.
Not a good deal right now. Too many people having too much pressure on themselves.
This may be what happens when a team that's not great offensively to begin with doesn't play for 2 weeks. They go inside, and Bamalu saves it and got it to Castro. Reversing the ball, tipped, and Queensborough has a turnover. Freeman got it to Birch.
A basket they very badly needed right there.
25-14. They go inside, and that's no good. Rebounded by Ward. McNeil back to Freeman. Ward is asking for it. Freeman ignores her. Gives it to McNeil. And pass. Hahn almost stole it. Hahn's been everywhere. If it's not a steal, she's getting a hand in and disrupting the passes.
And those passes have made it possible, too, because those have been such lazy passes that she can just get out there and try to intercept it.
McNeil. Shot is blocked by Artest. And they say McNeil touched it last.
I believe that's her third block in the game. Just stopped her short and just blocked the ball away. And then it went off of Queensborough as well. So tough going there.
Castro for three, and it's good. 28-14, timeout Queensborough.
You could see that one setting up, and you knew, Dave, if she hit it, it was going to be a big shot. Queensborough needs a timeout right now.
It says 29-14. I thought it was 28. It's actually even worse.
Well, what is alarming is the way the Queensborough Lady Tigers are playing. They're not playing with any intensity, and they just came into the quarter with 12 points. They now have 14, and it's just not getting it done.
Must have been
14 points here in the third quarter, not getting it done.
Must have been quite the speech from Pete Cepeda at halftime. And it is actually 28-14.
All right. You're not going to win many games scoring 14 points.
No.
You're not going to win any games scoring that.
It's tough to score and tough to win in football when you score 14.
Certainly. Tigers are going to need some offensive output from somebody. Who is it going to be?
Birch going inside, and the pass is broken up. Nice hustle by Birch. But then it's thrown away. Hahn with another steal. That's about 4 or 5 for her.
Sometimes it looks like nobody wants the ball. You know, they just want to get rid of it.
And Bamalu wants the ball, and she puts it in, and it's 30-14.
And that's the difference. They've gone inside. They found that open about 6-7 times now. And then the big three-point shot by Castro. It's all become unfurled right now.
Queensborough hung in for 20 minutes and now on the verge of getting blown out. Freeman, maybe that gets them going. It's a long 2.
Right on the border of being a 3.
It's 30-16 as Castro almost traveled. Castro to Artest. Artest had it stripped. And Freeman going all the way. Counted on the foul. Queensborough not dead yet.
Freeman with 2 big plays. First the shot, then the play up court, and then taking it all the way in. 30-18, so she can get them back within striking distance.
Freeman finishes the 3-point play. She has 5 straight points.
Freeman, one of the spark plugs on the team when she can make things happen at times.
Bronx will keep it with 28 on the shot clock.
We've liked some of the things we've seen Freeman do this year. See if she could play a little more out of her mind and get Queensborough a little closer here.
An issue at the table. It said 30-20 on the scoreboard for a second. Now it's back to 30-19. Free throws are 1 point, not 2.
Well, they had given them back a point before, and now they dropped them a point. So it's an 11-point game.
Redonce couldn't get the hand on it, and Queensborough has another steal.
A few sloppy plays by Bronx. Queensborough needs to take advantage, though.
McNeil loses it in the crowd. Now Castro with Freeman between her and the basket, and Castro puts it in.
Terrific change of direction to get to the basket there. She was going to her right. She glided to her left. Was able to put it in.
Castro has 11. She scored a team-high 17 in the CUNY title game loss. We're halfway through the third. It's 32-19. Ward to the basket, and she's fouled, I believe, by Radoncic.
At least they're taking it more to the hoop now than they were in that second quarter. And it's paid a few dividends for the Lady Tigers.
Game has opened up a bit more in the third quarter.
Now, you're going to have to play that type of game against Bronx because they force you to play like that. So Queensborough has to be a little quicker, a little more nimble getting up court.
Ward looking to split the free throws, and does.
It's one thing about Bronx, Dave. They don't wait for the game to come to them. They're very aggressive.
Now Queensborough with the low pressure, loose ball. There's a tie-up.
It's going to be Queensborough ball. So now the Lady Tigers have picked up their intensity a little bit, trying to match the Bronx intensity, and they're within 12. Playing well, but they're still down by 12 here.
Well, Bronx never led against LaGuardia, and they've never trailed tonight against Queensborough. They've answered. There's a terrible inbounds pass.
That was an Olay inbounds right there.
And then a foul on Freeman.
Looked like nobody went to that inbound. They just moved away from it and let the Bronx person pick it up.
Four and a half to play in the third. Go inside out. Now Radoncic. Hahn for three. It's way off and rebounded by Ward.
You know, you could say if you're Bronx, you don't want to shoot too quickly, but you don't want to ruin any pace that you set in this game either. So you have to be very careful.
And they've really dictated the pace on defense. There's Freeman to the basket, and she draws the foul.
Well, we can pick three big plays by Freeman here in this quarter, and that's another one right there, taking it strong to the hoop. She's been the bellwether for Queensborough, trying to get things started here.
First one is no good.
That is awfully tough, Dave, when they miss those free throws like that.
And Queensborough with the second chance. Under 4 minutes to play in the third. Birch for three, and it's no good. Bronx player may have gotten a hand on it.
Yeah, it looks like a piece was gotten there.
And Ward just ripped it away, but then missed. There's a big possession to come away empty. Artest to Castro, thought about it, now takes a jumper, and she's fouled by Ward.
Good job by Castro. Had that ball outside, did not go for the outside shot, faked, and then off her pump fake, she got in the lane and got fouled, looking for about a 12-footer, about a 10-footer in there. Well, as I said, if you're Bronx, you don't want to slow down your game in any way, but you want to get good shots, so that's not easy to do. And that was a good shot right there, and she ended up at the line and made the free throw.
Subs going in and out.
And you're going to put a few bigger girls in there and try to wear down Queensborough a little bit, give some of their people rest.
We haven't called Tiffany Apple's name a lot tonight.
She's in there now.
Yep.
But, he's going to give Artest a little rest, some of his bigger players. Well, Artest is out there, in fact.
Chase down, and Queensborough will have it.
They don't seem to be making up any ground, Dave.
Nope. 7-point game at halftime, and it's 13 now.
They're playing harder, but with little result.
Well, nobody was there for either team. They go inside to Apple.
Goes back the other way.
And they're going to call Apple for pushing off. Number 2 on her.
You could ill afford that one right there.
There's almost a tie-up. Have to watch out for a 10-second violation. They get it across. No, they don't. There's a 10-second call, and Pete Cepeda can't believe it on the Bronx sideline. Wasn't sure if he was mad at the ref or his player, but I'm going to say it's the ref.
I think he's mad at everybody right now.
And he's winning by 13. Imagine if his team had 20.
Well, he wants more.
Freeman.
He could go another round in this tournament too, David, and I think he'd like to do that.
Nice pass from Freeman, but Dudley Adams can't finish. Up ahead, and it's lost out of bounds.
So
this is a pretty ugly game.
You know how intense a competitor Cepeda is. If he can wear off some of that sting from the loss in the CUNY and go another round in this tournament, that'll probably make things a little better for him.
Depending on how the other games work out, they might even get a rematch with LaGuardia.
Yeah.
As a foul is called against the Bronx.
And you never know, they might be able to beat them in the regionals.
It's tough to beat a team 4 times in 1 year. Birch has 5 points tonight. Missed a lot of threes in that second quarter. Freeman bounced pass to McNeil. Dudley Adams going baseline. And a blocking foul called on Redmond.
Lot of big collision down there. And they got her for the foul.
Queensborough inbounding. Or is it free throws? See, I don't put it on the scoreboard here. We get spoiled at Queensborough with the fancy scoreboard.
That's what you get after a while. Again, Queensborough needs to make these free throws, and they have not done well from the line. So
there's one.
That gets it within 33 to 21.
Dudley Adams off on the second. She knew it as soon as it left her hands.
Freeman did not give her enough room to move with that ball. She was signaling for the traveling, but when that ball was taken in, Freeman was right on top of her and forced her off balance.
And that's the third foul on Freeman. They just got it in. They were nearing a 5-second violation. Redmond misses. Remember we did the region quarterfinals last year and Queensborough was down by 15 at the half and they came back?
Remember that?
They can use some of that now. Birch for 3, and it's good. And it's a single-digit game again. 33-24. They've matched the first half total in the third quarter. A near steal. Out of bounds, and they say Hahn touched it last.
A little bit of a run being made here by Queensborough now. They have to try to sustain it. Big 3 by Birch, and we had said before, wouldn't it be nice if she could shoot the ball? And
Dudley Adams, they go inside. Apple off glass. All of a sudden, it's 33-26.
Well, that outside shot opens up the inside, and they get it into Apple for the first time.
And if that's on Freeman, that's going to be number 4. Freeman can't believe it, and Birch is trying to pull her to the bench. He was triple teamed, so that's a tough call on Freeman, but not a bad one. And David Chambers having a word with Freeman. She's trying to explain her case.
Well, she plays at such a high intensity level that she cannot stop herself at times.
It's going to be 2 free throws. They have to look to the scorers table to say, is that 5 in the quarter?
They do.
Castro makes the first. She has a quiet 13.
She's played very well. Hit a couple of big shots, made a couple of big plays.
Makes both.
They shoot the free throws well, they do.
And now they do a little pressing. Ahmed. Samira Ahmed coming off the bench, hasn't played a lot tonight. Birch, another 3. No good. That would have been a big one. Castro with 1:05 to play in the third quarter, being guarded by McNeil. Artest going inside. Redmond is fouled by Apple.
Tough foul right there. Redmond faked right, went left, as she has a few times tonight, and got banged in the arm as she was going up for the shot.
And I believe that's number 3 on Apple.
Well, this is what's going to happen because Queensborough has to play so hard coming from behind.
First one is no good.
And they've been behind virtually ever since the middle of that first quarter.
They've never led in this game. Both free throws are no good. Mbamalu almost saved it in, but she was out. Good effort.
Yeah.
55 seconds to go in the third.
There's still only 9 points down, Queensborough.
Ahmed, and it's turned over. Mbamalu to the basket. Throws up a wild one, no good. Castro gets it to Hahn. Hahn's shot is an air ball. McNeil double teamed in the corner, goes to the floor, and they call a foul against the Bronx, and Pete Cepeda not happy with that call either.
Well, it should be a foul. She almost tackled her on that.
They did have one to give. Or did it? No, it's 2 free throws.
That's probably why Cepeda's not happy about it more than anything.
No need to foul 90 feet away from the basket.
And he was trying to talk his way out of that one, realizing that it's going to give Queensborough an opportunity to put 2 points on the board.
So there have been more points in this quarter, but also a slower pace.
But the Lady Tigers have 14 in this quarter alone, and they've outdone their entire first half point total.
An offensive explosion as McNeil misses the free throw.
Free throw shooting has been terrible tonight.
Story of the season.
They've left about 8 points at the line, and they're trailing by 9.
McNeil misses both. Can't make Bronx pay.
You could almost afford to foul them, Dave, when they're shooting like that.
Castro bounce pass to Artest. Artest jumper, no good. And then gets her own rebound to the basket and puts it in.
No. That turned into a terrible 10 seconds there for Queensborough.
Artest with 10 points. Now it's 37-26. Ahmed almost lost it and does lose it. 3 seconds. 2. Didn't realize how much time was left, and they don't get off a shot. That's after the buzzer. No basket.
Came after the buzzer. And once again, Queensborough puts themselves in a very tough position going into quarter number 4. They miss the free throws. Then Artest gets in there and scores. And those 20 seconds there or whatever became basically what is wrong in the game for Queensborough.
Now there are 10 minutes for Queensborough to lay it all on the line and try to get to Monroe on Saturday for the region semifinals. And actually, the offense was the problem in the first half, and then the defense allows 18 in the third quarter.
Different breakdowns at different times, and that's usually what happens to teams that are not consistent, as Queensborough has not been. We've seen this happen a number of times this year, let's be honest. And they have to now, well, let's put it this way. They have no room for error in this fourth quarter. They have to play a very good fourth quarter.
Birch is going to have to hit a few threes. Apple will need to hit a few shots inside, and they're going to need stops.
And they cannot turn the ball over. That's for sure. And every time they foul Bronx makes the free throws. They've shot the free throws well. So
Queensborough's going to have to make a few of those.
Yeah, to win the game, they're going to have to be able to shoot some free throws.
And if you're Bronx, no turnovers. Just do what you did for the first 30 minutes.
And as I said, if you're Bronx, you don't want to slow yourself down too much, but you want to get good shots.
I think that's more for a team that was scoring a lot.
Yeah.
You may not want to slow it up. It's not like they scored a lot to begin with. Castro thought about it. Artest, no good. Redmond the rebound. Her putback is no good. Counted on the foul. Mbamalu. Big play.
Well, they played a little offensive board Salugi there. Came up with the bucket, the big putback, and the foul. And this fourth quarter did not start out the way Queensborough wanted it to, for sure. For sure. See if she can make the free throw here, too. She did.
Nobody ever seems to miss from the line against Queensborough. It's 40-26. Ahmed tried a backdoor play, but it's turned over. Artest going all the way to the basket, gives it to Castro, a little too unselfish. Should have just taken it herself.
And Apple, give her credit for coming back and breaking it up.
Now McNeil all the way, but misses Apple with the putback. 40-28. 9 minutes to go.
Have to press now, and make it tougher for Bronx.
Running a little time off. They're in no rush. Nor should they be. Mbamalu threw up a wild one. And Redmond with the putback.
Yeah, as I said, they're not going to be a slow-paced team, but they're going to look for the best situation right now. They don't have to force anything.
Birch gives it to Apple. Apple the spin move, and she's fouled, and will go to the line for two.
She's had trouble with her footwork at times this year. That time she turned completely around, taking the pass, and had the presence of mind to get it up to the basket.
Don't know if Bronx wants to turn this game into a track meet. Probably not.
Well, if they get good shots down the other end, I don't think it's going to hurt them too much. That Queensborough needs to stop them.
And they need to make their free throws.
It's really been awful at the line. Just every opportunity.
Miss both, and if they don't play perfect basketball the rest of the way, this is going to be the final 8 minutes and 20 seconds of the entire season.
To be honest with you, I don't know how they're going to come back in this game at this point.
We haven't seen much that would lead you to believe that they're going to. Castro puts it in off glass.
See, they just run their offense at a good brisk pace. They don't hold back.
And Dudley Adams is called for traveling, and it's starting to get away. And it's been getting away.
Well, Queensborough's hurt themselves with their very poor free throw shooting, too. If they could get a few of those points on the board, this would be a closer game right now. And now you have to play like a scramble basketball to get back in it.
Our test for three, no good, and rebounded by Freeman. And then she loses it. And then a foul on McNeil.
And now, as we've seen in the past, you have to think maybe a little tiredness setting in on the Queensborough side because they've had to try to come back for so long and exert themselves so much.
I think it's more about being tired at the end of the season.
Yeah.
They haven't played in 2 weeks. They shouldn't be too worn out, but could be the whole grind, 30 games.
Yeah, mental.
Yeah.
Where?
It's all the workouts, going to class. Might be catching up to them now.
Whatever it is, it doesn't look like they have a lot in the tank right now.
7:15 to go. And Bamalu, way off. That was almost thrown in.
See, and they're just dominating the glass now, Bronx, too. They're getting all kinds of offensive rebounds.
There's a
It's making
turnover.
it very difficult.
Not a lot of scoring. Birch with 8. Freeman with 8. Dudley Adams with 5. When you look at Castro in double digits, or Test in
you
double
said
digits.
first one to 50, and it looks like Bronx is going to get there.
At halftime, it didn't look like either team would get to 40.
Right. They're going to get the ball, Queensborough, even though they couldn't corral those rebounds.
Freeman to Apple, and Apple may not have been expecting it. And there's another turnover.
And right now it does look, Dave, like a long season is starting to wear on Queensborough, and they don't
Timeout
have,
by Bronx.
I don't think they have much left to give right now.
And Pete Cepeda calling timeout just to make sure there's no fluky things in here that would even get Queensborough back in the game.
One thing they couldn't afford to do tonight is come in here and play from behind for so long as they have. They got off to a bad start, particularly in that second quarter.
And then the game was about 13-10 for a few minutes. They had their chances to tie it, couldn't.
The second quarter was too much. It was a real down quarter for them. I think, well, how many points did they score in that second quarter?
Well, Queensborough had 5 in the first and 7 in the second.
Yeah. It's just too much to come back from with a team that can play like Bronx.
So even in the other games, they lost by double digits. But you look at the first one, it was still a 9-point game after 3. That's not terrible. But they lost by 28. And then the January game here, they were only down by 1 after the third quarter, but they lost by 13. Just kind of get worn down by this Bronx pressure. Castro jumper is good. It's a long 2.
Yeah, they do have a couple of more players to go to, even off the bench, and seems to have taken its toll. Castro's had a very good game, by the way. Castro's been a killer tonight, Dave. Every situation, she's stepped up and she's made big shots.
So this, why can't Bronx win the region, right? They'll get LaGuardia again, possibly. And maybe they beat them because it's tough to beat a team 4 times in a year.
And they play at LaGuardia, right? So
well, it would be neutral site in the next round.
Oh, okay.
So you go to Monroe College in New Rochelle. There's a foul called.
Right over here.
Anything could happen in that one, and then
you play that one in the Bronx anyway. Where do they play their home game? Do you play at Monroe, or do they play up at Mount St. Michael?
Well, it would be Monroe College in New Rochelle.
Oh, New Rochelle, okay.
That's where the Region 15 semifinals and finals
Well, that's
are.
a neutral site then. It'll be neutral for both of them. Even though Bronx is probably a little closer. Well, there was a miss from the free throw line. They could have used a few of those earlier, Queensborough. Nothing has really gone their way tonight.
That's why the score is what it is. And even when they miss 2 free throws, they get a second chance.
Boy, they're really pounding the boards now, Bronx. Queensborough doesn't seem to have much of an answer keeping them away either. Their big girls have really worn down Queensborough.
And they'll go to the line for 2 more.
Nice give in to Artest in the middle of the lane. She found her closer to the basket, distributed the ball nicely. And they are right now in the driver's seat all the way here.
Now we'll see what the foul situation is, because the scorekeepers have a word.
Very slowly and quietly, Dave, this has a tendency to be, this could be a 20-point game right now.
Yep.
I think David realizes this ball game had been over quite a while ago. He's not too upset over there. He's just trying to keep his girls on an up note and bring them out of the gym tonight, not feeling too badly. The girls got to come, some of them coming back next year. And you have to look at everything as a building block. You can't get too down about these things.
She'll have Freeman coming back, McNeil coming back.
Yeah, he'll have girls who have the experience of playing in this type of atmosphere in a game that means something at this time of year. And the other girls, well, they just didn't step up when they had the chance as seniors or sophomores, so they'll be out. Interesting to see where Apple might be able to play in the future.
Maybe she can wind up in one of the 4-year CUNYs.
Never know. She's got some size. She's got to work on her footwork a little bit.
This is going to be her last game in a Queensborough jersey. Same for Birch and same for Ward, who were very good here for their 2 years.
We really like Birch. She's given it her all. She can hit the outside shot on occasion, and they're going to miss her.
And she's a very good student, too. She could have her pick.
Very good student.
4 years, yeah.
And we love her brother, too. He's a great guy.
Henry was exciting for some of those men's teams for a few years.
Very nice kid, too.
Dudley Adams for 3. It's good.
And you say, where was that earlier? You needed those. You needed one of those.
It's 48-31.
But the pressure is off right now. Let's give a little credit to Bronx. You know, they keep coming at you. They play a very exhausting type of defense. It's not easy.
Redonce couldn't put it in. They just get chance after chance, and now it's ripped away. Freeman. Lost, and Castro saves it in.
It's a high wire act to get to the basket.
And then Bamala was fouled.
Everybody almost lost the ball and came up with a good pass at the end, and they end up with the 2. You know, Bronx is a good ball club. I mean, they lost to LaGuardia in the CUNY final, but they were there, and they always seem to have a good representative ball club here. And if they go on to the next round, it'll be interesting to see what they can do, Dave.
It was a team that made the CUNY title game in 14. They won CUNY last year and made the CUNY title game again this year. And they'll be in the region semifinals, 2 wins away from nationals.
And he didn't have a lot of returning girls either.
No. And they lost Escobar, who was 97% of their offense. But they're a more even team this year, a more complete team.
Well, that's what he said at the beginning, and we've seen that. He likes the way they meld together, and he's been able to play what he's never going to get away from it, that pressing style, and accelerate the pace and go to work.
5 minutes to go. It's 48-31.
By the way, Pete Cepeda spent a lot of time over at Baruch College with Mockley Joseph and one of the great women's programs over there. So he brings quite a resume with him over here.
McNeil, no good. Apple, the putback is good. It's 48-33. Is there time to get to single digits?
Remember when we were talking to Pete about a month back.
And here's McNeil the other way and lays it in. It's 48-35. Queensborough not going quietly. Timeout called by the Bronx.
And they will take the time to remind the girls that the game's not over yet. You're getting a little sloppy here, and you let
You're mentally checked out.
You let Queensborough have a few opportunities you shouldn't have let them have.
You see the Warriors game the other night, they were leading the Clippers by 16 with 2 minutes to go, and the Clippers scored 13 points in a row and had the ball with 2 seconds left, trying to tie the game. So you never know until the buzzer goes off.
You never know, and you've always got to stay mentally focused. Now it's a 13-point game, and you know, you hit a couple of threes in this day and age, and what does it become? It becomes a 7-point game right away.
I wonder if they press out the timeout. And Freeman might have to be careful. She has 4 fouls, although I guess you let it all hang out at this point. I think they'll really look back to the first half when they scored 12 points.
They played better, but they didn't hit free throws, and that hurt. That hurt a lot. You've got to keep the score in a certain stratosphere if you're going to come back in this game.
4:15 to go. And Ward almost stole it. McNeil, they say last off Castro.
I'll give Queensborough credit. They have not given up in this game. I'll give them credit for that.
4:08 to go. They go inside to Ward. Ward puts it in. It's down to 11. 48-37 with 4 minutes to go.
He just stepped around a defender and had an easy basket.
And now what does Bronx do with the clock?
Well, I think they'll try to take a little more off that clock now. They're not going to play so quite fast-paced.
Down to 10 on the shot clock. Mbamalu thought about the jumper. Back out to Castro. Down to 5. Castro, no good. Tipped. And they say last touch by the Bronx.
They were vying for the rebound, and it looked like Artest got her last hand on it. So, looks like Queensborough has one more run in them, and we'll see what they can do with it.
With 3:30 to go. Trying to make it a single-digit game. Ward bursting the ball, and it's turned over. Couldn't afford that one.
Such a tough turnover there.
And an unforced one.
You got to come right back now and put the pressure on again.
Mbamalu jumper, no good. I don't know if they wanted a shot 5 or 6 seconds into the shot clock. We're under 3 minutes to go, and a foul called.
I think he's going to take her out right now.
Bronx doing their best to keep Queensborough around.
Mbamalu just trying to force things there, and Cepeda's going to pull her out of the game. Very interesting.
Ward for three. It's no good, and the rebound by Hahn. The pass is broken up, but then Bronx puts it in. It's Redmond. They hit the 50-point mark.
And he just brought Redmond back in the game. She made a big play there.
It's 50-37. As Freeman hits the ground hard.
She's hit the ground hard a few times this year. This time she banged her leg again.
So 2:30 to go.
She is like a wounded warrior at times, Freeman. They'll throw the ball in. That's not a shooting foul.
Ward in the lane to the basket, and she is fouled. With 2:26 to go.
Well, Queensborough not letting them put this ball game away yet. Still going to take quite a comeback. I mean, they're down by 13 points here. And free throw shooting has been not done very well tonight, but there is a big first free throw made by Ward. 50-38.
See if they press after the made free throw. If she makes the free throw. And she does. It's 50-39.
You got to press, have to press. Can't do anything else.
And the shot clock, the clocks were never started. So they'll run a few seconds off.
Now, you would want, if you're Bronx now, to get the ball in the hands of someone like Castro, who has had such a good night. See, she can create something.
But Queensborough would like to have some of those missed free throws back now. Our test, no good. Down to 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, they would like to have a few of those missed free throws back, is right. Those were so important. I mean, it has you playing out of a constant hole.
McNeil misses a three. Out of bounds, ball to the Bronx.
Yeah, they were going after the rebound, and they had it tipped away. Rodriguez had that rebound. She had it knocked away from her.
100 seconds to go.
In the Queensborough season, perhaps.
Barring the miraculous. Under a minute and a half to go. Running some clock. They're under 10 seconds.
They're really going to run the clock now.
And a foul against Queensborough.
Well, it was an interesting year for the Lady Tigers. They did probably a tad more than we thought they would do, and at times they did a tad less than we thought they would do. It's been very funny.
Looked like it might be a very, very, very long season, judging from the first few games.
You never had a handle on how good they could be this year. Said maybe they are good, maybe they're not that good, maybe they are good. It went back and forth at times, you know.
They struggled, and they had to win one home game to make the CUNY playoffs. They lost that one.
They couldn't do it. And here tonight, this would have been a big one for them to put away, and they couldn't cash it in. But
never led, scored 12 points in the first half.
So I guess in the final analysis, they were a pretty good team.
Consistently inconsistent.
Yeah.
Freeman, nice pass. Wave off the basket. Traveling is called on Apple.
But let's not forget the major thing is they were not good enough to make the CUNY tournament, so that does not bode well.
No. Freeman spin move, and traveling is called. Turnovers galore. And for some reason the horn sounded, but I don't think it should have. 1 minute to go.
The one thing we see about all these kids, David, is there are never any seniors on the court.
54-39, freshmen and sophomores.
Right.
45 seconds to go. McNeil lays it in. A little bookkeeping. They get to the 40-point mark. The offense just could never put a good game together against the Broncos. Actually, this is their highest score in 3 games as Dudley Adams fouls. They scored 40, 36, and now 41.
Well, this is a very good defensive squad because, as we've stated so many times, they really put the pressure on you, and they cause you to turn the ball over, and that does not translate into scoring a lot of points. How many did LaGuardia score against them?
Oh, LaGuardia won 65-54.
Well, they scored their amount of points that they needed.
You know,
anyway.
that game was 44-33 after 3. That was a lower one, and then each team scored 21 in the fourth. They were really going up and down. 55-41.
And LaGuardia has a lot of players, too.
Well, they might...
a lot of depth.
LaGuardia might see Bronx for the 4th time.
They have a lot of depth on that team also.
And if it turns out that BMCC upsets LaGuardia, then BMCC will face Bronx for the 4th time.
Wow.
And Bronx can just run out the clock here as long as Queensborough doesn't foul.
And they should let them do it.
And they dribble it out of bounds. 8 seconds to go.
Well,
and tough when you dig that early hole like you spoke about.
This is the first really down season Queensborough's had in several years.
And it ends in Bronx Community College. Sport
like
hits
that.
the floor, yep. Like that.
That's pretty much the way it went much of the night right there. But I give Queensborough credit because they did not pack it in this game. They made a run at the end, but just too far behind, too much to make up, too much of the night.
Any final thoughts on the season?
Like I said, the younger girls can carry something out of this, and then they have a couple of players coming in next year, see what they can put together again. And, you know, good experience. You play in these postseason games. Can't hurt you in any way.
It's the end of the season for us, too.
That's it. But it was good to do one postseason game at least, and they'll get it back on pretty soon, and they'll be ready to go again.
So for Joe Massey, this is QCC alum David Russell. The final score, Bronx Community College 51, Queensborough 41. Thanks for watching.